everybody, welcome back. This is Kim. This was a little frustrating. So this was last weekend when this Doordash app went down. It was not just down for 5 or 10 minutes. I don't know exactly how long it was down because I was so frustrated. I wasn't really keeping track. 30, 45 minutes maybe. Peak dinner time. So anyways, this video is about what happened, and I just wanted to share my thoughts. So, DoorDash app is down. Well, not right now, but it was. What's the policy when this happens? Why does it happen so much? I think DoorDash really needs to spend some money and fix their platform. And I have an idea of what we could do to protect ourselves. And so let's move along here. Okay, so here's what happened. I was offered a stacked order, a big pizza pasta order, and a burger order that was close by. They were in the same shopping center, basically pretty much next door to each other. The restaurants were next to each other, customers close together too. Awesome. Quick pickup and delivery. Wrong. At the second restaurant, I picked up the food from the first restaurant. No issues at all. Put it in the car. Went to the second restaurant, picked up the food, trying to confirm that I received it. The app is not responding. Okay, it's not the first time this has happened. No big deal. I took the food. I got each customer's food loaded in the hot bags in the car. I did not have enough room for all of it in both of my bags. I had a lot of food, but most of it was in the hot bags. Anyways, so now it's time to try again to see if the app will let me confirm pickup of that second order. I kept clicking on received, but nothing was happening. And then the app crashed altogether. So I restarted it and got an error. This is the error that I kept getting. Basically, something went wrong while loading. Please tap and the retry button to try again. So you tap it again, same thing happened over and over and over. Sometimes I wouldn't even get the map. Sometimes I wouldn't even get anything. It would just not load anything on the screen. It's like, oh my God, how do I know where to take this food? So I have all this food in the car and I'm trying to call support. They're not answering. It's just ringing and ringing and ringing. I finally looked on Facebook, on the Facebook group for Southern California drivers, and I saw that everybody was complaining about this. I'm like, okay, it's not just me. So I restarted my phone, restarted the app many times. Nothing happened. After about 15 minutes, I decided to go ask the restaurant if they had any contact information for the customer, so maybe they could get the address for me so I could go deliver the food. Let's see. Restart phone. No, okay, so obviously everyone was on the phone. So here, I already said all this. Sorry. So support was slammed. I was on hold for over 30 minutes and no one ever answered me, actually. So meanwhile, I had gone back to the restaurant to see if they had access on the app they could pull up the customer info. So the guy wouldn't give me the phone number, but he said he would call. This was the Amici's Pizza. That guy was so amazing. Well, he didn't want to lose the money either. I'm sure he wanted the food delivered. He didn't want me giving it back to him. He called the customer probably 10 times, left messages telling him that the app crashed and that I needed their address so I could deliver their food. They never answered their phone, nor responded to any of his messages. Finally, 25 minutes later, they called back and gave him the address to give to me so I could take them all their pizza and their pasta. Awesome. So great. So now meanwhile, I had gone over to the other restaurant too, while I was waiting for them to call back. And it was not a real phone number. They didn't have the real phone number. They had one of those DoorDash temporary phone numbers. So obviously no one ever answered. There was no way to leave a message. That customer was just pretty much left out of the loop and probably had no idea what was taking so long or what was going on. I don't know if the customer app was down also. I pulled it up on my phone and it looked like it was working. But obviously I didn't have an order placed, so I'm not sure if they went in and tried to check status, what it said on the customer side. So I don't know if they were aware that there was an app issue or not. Anyways, long story short, I did get the address for the first person. So I was like, you know what? I'll take them their food, and this other customer, I'm just going to have to wait till the app comes back up. So as I am leaving, come back to this in a second. As I was leaving, I got in the car and the app started working. Yay! So I delivered the food to both addresses, and nobody was too upset. I did text that second customer as soon as the app worked and told them what was going on, and told them that I had no idea how to deliver the food to them, even though I had it, because the app crashed and I didn't know their address. And they were like, okay, thank you. So they didn't seem too upset about it, which is good. So anyways, I went over and above, that's for sure. I'm sure the customers don't look at it that way, but I was really stressed out. I wanted them to have their orders. Yes, I could have just kept the food. I could have given up and taken the food back to the restaurants. But I wanted to get the food to the customers. Cold maybe, but at least delivered. I did have the orders in my bags, but this was taking 30 minutes, so I don't know how long those bags keep the food warm. I did get that Amici customer's address, so headed towards his house to give him his order. Refreshed the app one more time just as I left the parking lot, and it was back up. I confirmed the pickup of the second order and was able to deliver it. Told them what happened. Neither customer was super mad. So anyways, it all worked out fine. I lost a lot of time, and time is money. So I ended up making about $20 on both of those orders. Not each, both combined. So, that took probably close to an hour to do everything with, driving there, picking up the orders, and then waiting while everything was down, and then finally delivering them. So that really put a damper on a Saturday night when I'm usually really busy and making a lot of money. So that was kind of a bummer. What is the policy? Does anybody even know? If the app crashes and you have already picked up the food, then what? What if the customer never answered the phone and the app didn't come back up? What happens with that food? Do I keep it? Do I give it back to the restaurant? They didn't want to take it back. And he's like, oh, just give it away. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to just go give it away. I don't know. Anyways, are we all going to get a ding for late delivery or non-completed deliveries? What if somebody did go give the food to someone else? Are they going to get in trouble now because they're not going to be able to complete that order? What happens? I don't know. I need to read through the policy and see if it says anything about this. If you know the answers, please put it in the comments below, or if you have advice on what should be done in this circumstance. I would love to hear what you have to say. So here's what I'm doing from now on. Once I accept the offer, I'm going to screenshot the restaurant info and the customer address info. This may take an extra 30 seconds or so of my time, but if this ever happens again, at least I will know where to take the food. It's crazy to me that this app crashes so much. Now today it's Monday and I want to see a summary of last week, and the app is erroring out and I can't get into my earnings info for last week. This is crazy that this multi-million-dollar company can't keep the app up and running. I love DoorDash. I really, really, really do. But it's so frustrating when the app doesn't work. Anyways, so here's the error receiving all of Monday morning. The data could not be read because it's missing. Okay, I know it's not really missing. I'm sure they have the earnings data in several spots. I'm sure the app can't access it for some reason. I'm sure that their data is not all in one location. I am sure that it is replicated. But, it's frustrating when you see an error like this. Oh my God, the data's missing. All my earnings from last week are missing. I don't think it's missing. But this error is not as frustrating to me as the app being completely down, because I know they'll fix it. I know the money will show up and we will get paid, etc. It was much more frustrating to me having the app broken during a delivery. I don't know. I don't remember when it happened last time, maybe a month ago. I had just delivered my last, I had made a delivery and then the app crashed and couldn't get any more deliveries. I mean, all these things were happening, but I was thinking, God, what if I was in the middle of delivery? What do you do then? Luckily, that time didn't affect me as much. I just turned on Grubhub and then just ignored DoorDash until it was working. But this time I was actually in the middle of delivery, so yeah, it affected me. Anyways, maybe DoorDash needs new programmers or a better hosting company, or maybe just needs to rethink how they use their app and update the app. And it crashes a lot, and I just think that they need to work on that. I still love DoorDash. I'm still going to drive for DoorDash, and it's just frustrating. So I hope they fix it. Anyways, if you have experienced this, if you have some tips for all of us, please put them in the comments below. And yeah, anyways, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.